Ladies and gentlemen, you can block me. You can push against me. You can throw obstacles in my way. But understand this, I will not be stopped. You don't have the power to stop me. Circumstances don't have the power to stop me. Pressure doesn't have the power to stop me. I am unshakable. I am immovable. I am unstoppable. You can block me. You can push against me. You can throw obstacles in my way. But hear me clearly. I will not be stopped. You don't have the power to stop me. Circumstances don't have the power to stop me. Pressure doesn't have the power to stop me. I am unshakable. I am immovable. I am unstoppable. Being unstoppable is not about talent, not about resources, and not about luck. It's about mindset. The moment you decide that nothing can stop you, everything changes. Resistance becomes fuel, setbacks become training, and opposition becomes opportunity. The unstoppable person sees roadblocks and turns them into stepping stones. They take failure and convert it into growth. You cannot be stopped because resistance does not destroy you. It develops you. Just like muscle grows under resistance, your character grows under pressure. The harder life pushes, the stronger you get. The more obstacles that stand in your way, the more refined and focused you become. Being unstoppable means using everything against you as power for you. Every doubt becomes motivation. Every rejection becomes redirection. Every hardship becomes preparation for the next level. Unstoppable is not a feeling. Unstoppable is discipline. It's the discipline to show up when it's hard. The discipline to execute when it hurts. The discipline to keep moving when every part of you screams to stop. It's unstoppable from the average. The world is full of distractions. But when you decide to stay locked on your mission, no distraction can pull you off course. Focus is the weapon of the unstoppable. Being unstoppable is not something you do. It's something you become. It's an identity. It's waking up every day declaring, no matter what comes at me today, I will not fold. I will not break. I will not stop. Obstacles are not bigger than you. Fear is not stronger than you. Fatigue is not greater than you. You are built to outlast every challenge. And when you embrace that truth, you become untouchable. The unstoppable don't just move once. They keep moving. Momentum is their advantage. Small, consistent actions build massive force. Persistence wears down opposition. Persistence breaks through walls. Persistence guarantees that in the end, you win. The unstoppable do not stop at one rejection, one failure, or one loss. They keep coming again and again until nothing is left standing in their way. From this moment forward, quitting is no longer an option. Surrender has been erased from the vocabulary. Retreat has been burned as a bridge. No matter the obstacle, no matter the pain, no matter the resistance, you will stand, you will push, you will rise. Every action you take from this point on must declare one thing: I will not be stopped. Fear is real, but it is not in control. Fear will whisper in your ear. Fear will create doubt. Fear will make you hesitate. But fear has no authority unless you give it authority. I will not be stopped by fear. Fear does not run my life. Fear does not dictate my decisions. Fear does not decide my future. Fear is a test, and when it shows up, it's an opportunity to prove my courage. Fear wants me to pause, but I choose to press forward. Fear wants me to freeze, but I choose to move. Fear wants me to quit, but I choose to finish. The unstoppable are not fearless. They move forward in spite of fear. They feel the pressure, they hear the doubts, they see the risks, but they take action anyway. That is what makes them unstoppable. Fear is loud, but commitment is louder. Fear is heavy, but determination is stronger. Fear may stand in front of me, but it cannot stand against me because my will is unshakable. Every time you push through fear, you take back power. Every time you step forward in the face of uncertainty, you prove that nothing can hold you back. Fear is a liar. Fear is a thief. Fear is an illusion. And the moment you confront it, it begins to shrink. Fear does not deserve your obedience. It deserves your defiance. Being unstoppable means refusing to negotiate with fear. It means you show up even when you don't feel ready. It means you act even when your hands shake. It means you refuse to let fear make you small when you were built to be great. The difference between those who fail and those who rise is simple. One stopped at fear. The other kept moving. From this point forward, fear loses its grip. It has no seat at the table, no voice in the plan, no power over your mission. You will no longer bow to fear, no longer shrink in its presence, no longer allow it to dictate your pace. Fear can scream, but your discipline will be louder. Fear can press, but your persistence will push harder. Fear can show up, but your purpose will not be stopped. Declare it through your actions. Prove it with your persistence. I will not be stopped by fear. Failure is not final. Failure is not the end of the road. Failure is information. Failure is instruction. Failure is feedback. Failure is the classroom where the unstoppable sharpen their skills. I will not be stopped by failure because failure is not my enemy. It is my teacher. Every setback I face is a lesson that prepares me for the next step forward. Every mistake I make gives me knowledge, and knowledge makes me stronger. Failure is not a dead end. It is a detour pointing me toward growth. Most people quit when they fail. They misinterpret failure as proof they are not capable. But the unstoppable know failure proves they are trying. Failure proves they are stretching. Failure proves they are on the path. The unstoppable don't collapse when they fall. They rise with greater wisdom, with greater hunger, with greater resilience. Failure is only permanent if you surrender. But if you refuse to stop, failure transforms into fuel. Each loss becomes leverage. Each misstep becomes momentum. Each rejection becomes redirection toward a better opportunity. The unstoppable see failure as part of the process, not the end of the process. I will not be stopped by failure because failure does not define me. I am not my mistakes. I am not my losses. I am not my setbacks. I am defined by persistence. I am defined by resilience. I am defined by the decision to rise again and again until success surrenders. The world cannot stop the one who refuses to stay down. From this moment forward, failure will not paralyze you. Failure will not silence you. Failure will not convince you to retreat. When you fail, you will analyze. You will adjust. You will advance. When you fall, you will rise stronger. You will rise smarter. You will rise hungrier. Failure will no longer discourage you. It will ignite you. Write it on your heart. Stamp it on your identity. I will not be stopped by failure. Pain is not punishment. Pain is preparation. Pain is not here to destroy you. Pain is here to develop you. I will not be stopped by pain because pain is the proof that I'm growing. Pain is the evidence that I'm pushing. Pain is the sign that I'm alive and moving forward. Every champion has endured it. Every success has been born through it. And every legacy has been shaped by it. Pain is the process that separates the weak from the unstoppable. Most people run from pain. They retreat when it hurts. They quit when it burns. They fold when it gets heavy. But the unstoppable embrace pain because they know it is temporary while growth is permanent. Pain will fade, but strength will remain. Pain will pass, but character will last. Pain is not the barrier, it's the bridge. The unstoppable use pain as fuel. When the body screams to stop, the mind says, keep moving. When the pressure rises, the spirit says, push harder. When the struggle intensifies, the heart says, endure. Pain sharpens focus. Pain builds resilience. Pain forges unshakable discipline. To endure pain is to prove that nothing can break you. I will not be stopped by pain because pain is not bigger than my purpose. Pain is not greater than my mission. Pain does not outweigh my vision. The mission matters more than the moment. The purpose is heavier than the pressure. The dream is stronger than the discomfort. From this moment forward, pain will no longer intimidate you. It will no longer control your pace, no longer dictate your choices, no longer decide your limits. When it hurts, you will not stop. When it burns, you will not fold. When it breaks others, you will rise through it. Pain is a signal that you're in the right place, the place of growth, the place of transformation, the place where unstoppable is forged. Etch it into your soul. I will not be stopped by pain. Doubt is loud, but it is not the truth. Doubt whispers in your ear, telling you that you are not capable, not ready, not enough. Doubt points out every weakness, every flaw, every failure from your past. But doubt is nothing more than noise. I will not be stopped by doubt, because doubt cannot override discipline. Doubt cannot silence determination. Doubt cannot compete with consistency. The unstoppable understand that doubt shows up for everyone, but only some give it power. Doubt cannot stop the one who takes action. Doubt cannot stop the one who keeps moving. Doubt loses its grip the moment you execute. While others hesitate and wait for certainty, the unstoppable move forward and create certainty through persistence. Doubt feeds on hesitation. Doubt grows stronger when you pause, when you second guess, when you question your worth. But when you press forward, when you act without waiting for every answer, doubt has no ground to stand on. Action suffocates doubt. Execution kills hesitation. Progress silences uncertainty. I will not be stopped by doubt because doubt does not define me. Discipline does. My worth is not measured by fear. My identity is not shaped by insecurity. And my future is not written by uncertainty. My worth is proven by work. My identity is shaped by resilience. And my future is written by action. From this moment forward, doubt will not paralyze you. It will not hold you hostage. It will not steal your potential. It will not dictate your destiny. When doubt rises, you will rise higher. When doubt whispers, you will speak louder with action. When doubt pushes, you will push back with persistence. Doubt may try to slow me, but it will never stop me. I will outlast it. I will outwork it. I will outfight it. I will not be stopped by doubt. I will not be stopped by distractions. Distractions are the enemy of destiny. They don't come to destroy you outright. They come to delay you, to drain you, to detour you. Distractions show up as comfort, as convenience, as entertainment, as noise. They look harmless, but they are designed to rob you of focus. I will not be stopped by distractions because my focus is fixed. My mission is clear and my vision is stronger than temptation. Most people are not defeated by failure. They are defeated by distractions. They lose hours to things that don't matter. They lose energy to people who don't contribute. They lose momentum chasing what has no value. The unstoppable refuse to give their time to the trivial. The unstoppable guard their attention like it's treasure because it is. Where your focus goes, your future grows. Distractions cannot stop the disciplined. When the world shouts for attention, discipline whispers, stay locked in. When noise surrounds you, focus cuts through it like a blade. When temptations rise, commitment anchors you. The unstoppable have learned to say no to what steals time, no to what steals energy, no to what steals destiny. I will not be stopped by distractions because distractions are temporary, but my purpose is permanent. My mission matters more than the moment. My calling outweighs my cravings. My future is bigger than my appetite for comfort. Every second given to distraction is stolen from destiny, and I refuse to surrender my future for what fades. From this moment forward, distractions will no longer dictate your direction. They will no longer steal your time, no longer control your energy, no longer determine your pace. Your eyes will stay on the mission. Your hands will stay on the work. Your heart will stay on the vision. Distractions may call for your attention, but your commitment will not answer. Stamp it into your spirit. I will not be stopped by distractions. Delays are not denials. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't happen. Just because the timing feels slow doesn't mean the vision is dead. Delay is not defeat. Delay is development. Delay is the preparation season that equips you for the promise. I will not be stopped by delays because I understand that waiting time is not wasted time. Most people give up when the results don't come fast enough. They confuse delay with failure. They walk away from the process because the outcome took longer than they expected. But the unstoppable know that the seed takes time to grow, that the foundation must be built before the house can stand, that greatness requires patience. The unstoppable refuse to let impatience rob them of destiny. Delays test consistency. Delays test character. Delays test your commitment to the vision when there's no immediate reward. But every day you stay committed in the delay, you grow stronger. Every day you keep moving when the finish line feels far, you build endurance. Every day you stay locked in despite the silence. You prove to yourself and the world that you cannot be shaken. I will not be stopped by delays because my timeline is not tied to convenience. It's tied to destiny. My progress is not measured by how quickly I arrive, but by how faithfully I move. The mission doesn't expire because it takes time. The dream doesn't die because it takes years. The vision doesn't vanish because it takes longer than expected. Hurl. From this moment forward, delays will no longer discourage you. They will no longer convince you to quit, no longer cause you to doubt, no longer steal your belief. Delays will sharpen your patience. Delays will strengthen your resolve. Delays will fuel your hunger. The longer it takes, the greater the reward when it arrives. Engrave this truth on your heart. I will not be stopped by delays. Opposition is not proof that you are failing. It is proof that you are advancing. No one resists what is not a threat. The stronger the opposition, the clearer the evidence that you are moving in the right direction. I will not be stopped by opposition because I was not built to collapse under pressure. I was built to rise in it. Opposition comes in the form of critics, doubters, competitors, and obstacles. Some will attack your progress. Some will question your worth. Some will stand in your way. But opposition cannot break the unstoppable. It sharpens them. Opposition is resistance, and resistance builds strength. The unstoppable don't run from opposition. They face it head on. They don't crumble when challenged. They lean into the fight. Opposition only makes them hungrier, sharper, more determined. I will not be stopped by opposition because opposition is not my enemy. It is my training partner. Every battle makes me better. Every challenge makes me tougher. Every opponent builds my endurance. From this moment forward, opposition will no longer intimidate you. It will no longer slow you, no longer silence you, no longer shake you. When people rise against you, you will rise higher. When obstacles push back, you will push harder. When critics speak, you will execute louder. Opposition is proof that you are alive in your purpose and proof that you cannot be stopped. Declare it with your life. I will not be stopped by opposition. Fatigue is real, but it is not final. The body grows weary, the mind gets tired, and the spirit feels heavy. But fatigue is not the finish line. I will not be stopped by fatigue because fatigue is temporary while my purpose is permanent. Fatigue fades when the mission is clear, when the vision is alive, when the fire inside burns hotter than the pressure outside. Most people quit when they are tired, not when they are done. They confuse exhaustion with completion. They stop before the breakthrough. They stop before the victory. They stop before the reward. But the unstoppable know that fatigue is just a signal, not a command. It's the body asking for rest, but the mission demanding persistence. Fatigue cannot override determination. The unstoppable press beyond fatigue because they understand this truth. Growth begins where comfort ends. When the muscles ache, when the mind resists, when the body screams for ease, that is the exact moment where strength is built. Fatigue is the threshold between average and elite. Fatigue is the barrier where most surrender and few endure. The unstoppable choose to endure. I will not be stopped by fatigue because my vision gives me energy. My purpose breathes life into me when my body wants to quit. My discipline moves me forward when my feelings want to collapse. Fatigue cannot compete with passion. Fatigue cannot defeat consistency. Fatigue cannot silence commitment. From this moment forward, fatigue will no longer dictate your pace. It will no longer convince you to stop early, no longer persuade you to give half effort, no longer steal your potential. When fatigue shows up, you will dig deeper. When fatigue presses harder, you will push back stronger. When fatigue says stop, you will say finish. Carve it into your identity. I will not be stopped by fatigue. Criticism is unavoidable, but it is not unbreakable. The moment you start moving with purpose, voices will rise. Some will question your ability. Some will attack your effort. Some will mock your vision. But I will not be stopped by criticism because words have no power unless I surrender to them. Opinions do not define me. Execution does. Most people fold under criticism because they crave approval more than progress. They adjust their mission to please the crowd. They change direction to silence the voices. But the unstoppable do not live for applause, and they do not die from rejection. They know the crowd is inconsistent, cheering one day, jeering the next. So they don't move for claps, they move for calling. Criticism is a mirror, not a master. Sometimes it reflects truth that sharpens you. Sometimes it reflects lies that try to break you. But either way, it does not stop you. Constructive words may guide your growth. Destructive words only fuel your persistence. The unstoppable understand that criticism is proof they are making waves. No one criticizes what is invisible. No one attacks what is relevant. I will not be stopped by criticism because I was not built to please people. I was built to pursue purpose. I will not bend to every voice. I will not bow to every opinion. I will not retreat because of words. The mission is too important. The vision is too clear. The future is too valuable. From this moment forward, criticism will no longer control your emotions. It will no longer slow your movement, no longer distract your focus, no longer dilute your confidence. When they speak against you, you will work harder. When they doubt you, you will prove them wrong with results. When they criticize, you will elevate. Write it as your standard. I will not be stopped by criticism. Setbacks are not signs of defeat. They are setups for growth. Every setback is a reset, a chance to reassess, a chance to rebuild stronger than before. I will not be stopped by setbacks because setbacks are not the end of the story. They are just the middle chapters. They may slow me down, but they will not take me out. Most people see setbacks as proof that they should quit. They hit resistance and believe it means the dream is impossible. But the unstoppable see setbacks as confirmation that they are in the fight. If there were no resistance, there would be no progress. If there were no struggle, there would be no growth. The presence of setbacks means you are moving. A setback is not failure. It's feedback. It shows you what needs to change. It teaches you what to avoid next time. It strengthens your resolve. The unstoppable never waste a setback. They use it as leverage. Every time life knocks them back, they push forward with more force. Every fall becomes fuel. Every delay becomes determination. I will not be stopped by setbacks because I understand that progress is not always a straight line. Sometimes you move forward. Sometimes you get knocked back. But if you keep standing, If you keep pressing, if you keep moving, you will always end ahead of where you began. The mission doesn't end because I stumble. The dream doesn't die because I face resistance. The vision doesn't vanish because I get delayed. From this moment forward, setbacks will no longer discourage you. They will no longer shake your belief, no longer steal your confidence, no longer convince you to quit. Instead, they will sharpen you, toughen you, prepare you. The greater the setback, the greater the comeback. Let it be your identity. I will not be stopped by setbacks. Comfort is the silent killer of greatness. Comfort convinces you to slow down, to stay the same, to settle for less. It whispers, relax, you've done enough. But I will not be stopped by comfort, because comfort is not my destination. Growth is. Comfort is not my standard. Discipline is. Comfort is not my reward. Purpose is. Most people never reach their potential because they choose what is easy over what is necessary. They stay where it feels safe instead of pushing where it feels hard. They let the warmth of comfort steal the fire of their destiny. But the unstoppable understand that comfort produces mediocrity, while discomfort produces greatness. Growth never happens in the easy zone, only in the challenge zone. Comfort cannot hold the unstoppable, because the unstoppable crave growth more than ease. They choose the grind over the couch. They choose discipline over indulgence. They choose purpose over pleasure. Comfort offers a pillow, but the unstoppable choose the process. Comfort offers sleep, but the unstoppable choose sacrifice. I will not be stopped by comfort, because comfort is temporary, but legacy is forever. Comfort feels good in the moment, but leaves you empty tomorrow. Purpose may feel heavy today, but it leaves you fulfilled for a lifetime. The reward of staying locked in far outweighs the seduction of comfort. From this moment forward, comfort will no longer dictate your choices. It will no longer lull you to sleep, no longer slow your pace, no longer silence your hunger. You will rise when it's hard. You will grind when it's inconvenient. You will move forward when comfort tries to hold you back. Say it with conviction. I will not be stopped by comfort. Temptation is always present, always waiting to pull you off course, always offering the shortcut that robs you of destiny. Temptation shows up as distraction, as pleasure, as instant gratification. But I will not be stopped by temptation, because my long-term vision is more powerful than my short-term desires. You know, most people surrender to temptation because it feels good in the moment. They trade purpose for pleasure. They sacrifice discipline for comfort. They choose what is easy instead of what is necessary. But the unstoppable know that every yes to temptation is a no to destiny. Every time you give in, you delay your greatness. Every time you resist, you sharpen your character. Temptation cannot control the focused. When your eyes are locked on the mission, temptation loses its grip. When your heart is set on the vision, temptation fades into background noise. When your spirit is anchored in purpose, temptation is exposed for what it is, a thief trying to steal your future. I will not be stopped by temptation because I value legacy more than lust, discipline more than distraction, mission more than moments of weakness. My vision outweighs my cravings. My commitment overpowers my impulses. My destiny is stronger than any detour. From this moment forward, temptation will no longer dictate your choices. It will no longer break your focus, no longer steal your energy, no longer sabotage your future. When temptation rises, you will resist. When temptation presses, you will refuse. When temptation calls, you will not answer. Engrave this in your spirit. I will not be stopped by temptation. Comparison is the thief of focus. It shifts your eyes from your lane to someone else's, making you question your pace, your progress, your worth. Comparison convinces you that you are behind, that you are less, that you are not enough. But I will not be stopped by comparison because my mission is mine. My path is mine. My timeline is mine. Most people waste their energy measuring themselves against others. They chase another person's success, copy another person's style, envy another person's progress. But the unstoppable know that comparison is a distraction. While others are watching, the unstoppable are working. While others are envying, the unstoppable are executing. Comparison blinds you to your own growth. It makes you ignore how far you've come because you were too busy looking at how far someone else is. But the unstoppable refuse to look sideways. They look forward. They measure themselves not against others, but against their own potential. Yesterday's version is the only competition. I will not be stopped by comparison because I am not called to live their life. I am called to live mine. My destiny does not require their approval. My future does not need their path. My journey cannot be measured by their pace. My identity is unique. My vision is specific. My grind is personal. From this moment forward, comparison will no longer drain your confidence. It will no longer distract your focus, no longer slow your momentum, no longer control your self-worth. When others succeed, you will celebrate them, but stay committed to your lane. When others shine, you will applaud, but keep grinding. When others rise, you will remember their win is not your loss. Lock this into your mindset. I will not be stopped by comparison. The past is permanent in memory, but it is not permanent in power. Mistakes, failures, regrets, and scars may live in yesterday, but they do not control tomorrow. I will not be stopped by the past because my future is greater than my history. My destiny is stronger than my memories. My vision is louder than my regrets. Most people let the past chain them. They replay mistakes until they feel worthless. They relive failures until they stop trying. They carry guilt like a weight, dragging it into every opportunity. But the unstoppable refuse to live in reverse. They acknowledge the past, they learn from it, but they do not live in it. The rearview mirror is small for a reason. The windshield is where you're going. The past cannot imprison the focus. Regret may remind you, but it cannot define you. Failure may mark you, but it cannot stop you. The unstoppable see the past as training, not a trap. Every loss was a lesson. Every scar was a teacher. Every setback was shaping them for this moment. I will not be stopped by the past because my identity is not my mistakes. My worth is not my wounds. My destiny is not my detours. The past may explain me, but it does not limit me. The story continues because I keep writing. From this moment forward, the past will no longer sabotage your progress. It will no longer whisper that you are unworthy, no longer convince you that you cannot change, no longer drag you back into cycles. The past is behind you. The future is ahead, and you are unstoppable in the present. Declare it boldly. I will not be stopped by the past. Now it's your turn. Enough listening, enough waiting, enough talking. It's time to execute. Take every hour, every principle, every truth you've heard, and put it into action. Don't just say, I will not be stopped. Live it, prove it, show it. Oh, let your grind speak louder than words. Let your results silence every doubt, and let your persistence outlast every obstacle. Today is the day you stop hesitating. Today is the day you stop waiting for permission. Today is the day you declare with your life, I will not be stopped. So, get up, lock in, execute. The world doesn't need another speech. It needs your proof.